This is an Adventures in Middle-earth actual play using Fantasy Grounds. You can find session summaries, items and characters on Obsidian Portal, where our campaign is called In the Shadow of the Mountains. You can cross-reference this episode as 2947 Third Age, Kinstrife and Grim Tidings Episode 3. You'll find links to that and our other forms of media for our sessions, as well as an index of this episode in the description. Apologies for the slight bit of echo on one of our mics, that should be sorted for next episode. Previously on. Trying to track down the fugitive Oderic in Wolfswood, the Fellowship has stumbled upon a bandit patrol close to a watchtower who quickly spotted the noisy dwarf Monin. They are now closing in on him whilst his companions, still hidden, take up positions for the likely skirmish to come.
And it's back round to Amalfrida. Amalfrida, what do you want to do?
I will wait by the corner. So I'll just move up to the corner, ready my weapons, and wait and see what happens. So if anybody looks like they're going to try and enter through that doorway to enter, I'll step in the way.
Okay. Just hiding around that corner. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Hathis will stay as concealed as well as he can and will ready an action. If it all kicks off, so people start firing arrows at his friends, then he will potentially fire an arrow back.
Excellent. Huan.
He's going to stay.
You can't press next active Huan, right?
No, I can't.
The outlaw paw-fitting sash, he's peering up from behind his rock. He's trying to get a bead on you there, Monin. No, he's not. He hasn't got any archery weapons. And he says, "Are you armed?"
I'm a fucking dwarf, of course I'm armed.
And he seems quite gleeful. He says, like, in a loudish voice, "Look, I told you it was a dwarf." And then he says, "Well, throw your arms down. We can't have you armed in our watchtower."
I said it's my watchtower. Put your arms down.
He's telling us to put our arms down. And then you hear the other one say to him, "Fucking hell, what would Valter do if we knew we'd let people get into our fucking watchtower?" I don't know. Look, you got 5 seconds. If you don't throw whatever weapons you've got off the top of that watchtower, we can't be held responsible for your brutal murder in 5 minutes' time.
I could give you an arrow.
Shit, he's got a bow. They said. Okay, we'll come on to Sigmar.
Yeah, just holding my action until somebody attacks.
Someone does something stupid.
They sound quite hapless, John. Do they look hapless, or do they look?
They sound like they obviously did not. I mean, they were basically like 4 blokes chatting, walking through the woods. Looked like they were probably meant to be on patrol, but weren't doing a great job of it. They didn't notice you until you were quite close, and it was only Monin headbutting the watchtower that pretty much gave the game away. Yeah, so they look fairly. Yeah, they look fairly competent. They've got so 2 of them got short bows. The others are holding spears out. So yeah, they're not numpties.
Okay.
Did I catch the name of that person they just mentioned?
Valtar, was it?
Valter. I'll spell it for you. Okay, so Sigmar's readying. Swollen left leg says, "He's got a bow! Bloody hell!" And he runs towards that bush and kind of crouches down in the edge of it. Got his bow trained up at Monin's corner. "What do you want me to do, Jeff?" And Jeff says, "I don't know. Just keep a bead on him. He's going to throw his weapons down. I know it." The other guy who was standing by the bush runs under the tree there. Yeah, you can see him. He's very much hiding behind the tree trunk, but he is visible. He's fairly well obscured down there. And next up is Monin. You can talk if you want now. So two of those archers have got short bows drawn on you. You can see behind the boulder the other 2 there are taking their spears out. Putting their spears up, leaning against the boulder, and they're pulling short bows out themselves.
I don't know. Monin's a bit conflicted at the moment because he doesn't want to kick this all off. But then again, doesn't know if it's going to be a fight anyway.
You're pretty well covered up here. It's just designed to be defensible for archers. So
Whose are you? Who's Valter? Is he the law?
Valter's king of the Wolfswood.
No. So, no. Will not come with you. No king'll take me alive.
I don't. You can hear them whispering. Oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know. He's probably dangerous, and he's a fucking dwarf. They're like really strong, aren't they? You can hear them like whispering and stuff behind the boulder. Clearly, they have no idea much about dwarves. Yeah, I heard they're not really dwarves at all. They're like giants, aren't they? And that's everything. That's what you can hear. Do you want to do anything else?
No, I think I'll just wait to see if anything develops.
All right. Sorry, back round to Amalfrida. Amalfrida, you're up.
I'm assuming I've heard all of this.
Yeah. They only know Monin's here at the moment. You think they even so? Sigmar, you're very well hidden. He didn't look anywhere near you when he ran over to that bush next to you.
Okay. I want to peer around the corner. What are the chances of me sneaking across to there without being seen?
If you're going in front of that bush, not great because they're
right. Okay.
There'll be movement in their right line. But if you kind of go around it that way, yeah.
Then in that case, that's what I want to do. I just want to move around. So that's probably a single action to move quietly.
Yeah, give me. You can make it that at advantage, but do it in the tower because you got a lot of cover. You're moving behind. Yep. So Hathas, not only couldn't you hear that, you couldn't even see her creeping around there. So very quiet.
Perfect.
Hathas, you're up. Hathas' knees are knocking together.
Exactly. So he is not going to do anything. He is going to stay as hidden as possible and not do anything unless he really has to. So he'll keep his readied action of, if it all kicks off, he will join in with a bow attack. But he really is not going to do anything that might precipitate a war.
Okay. The outlaw, poor fitting sash says, right, on my count, everyone get to the door. Then he shouts up, we're coming in. Throw your weapons down and we won't kill you. You're outnumbered. And then Sigmar, your action.
Well, my action is to hold my action until somebody runs at the tower or attacks it. Is that narrow enough?
Yeah, so runs with
if
a hostile
they shoot,
intent
or if
towards
they
the tower.
run towards the tower in an
Yeah, that's fine.
aggressive manner.
Okay, so the guy here, right in front of you, is he's not quite in a sprinter's crouch, but he's looking like he's getting ready to run towards the tower. And it looks like they're coordinating actions on his mark. Similarly, Monin, you can see the guy, dandruffy sideburns. Ooh, that's not a good look. He's also kind of doing the same thing. He's picked a spear back up, as is poor fitting sash with him as well. Monin, your action.
Who's the one who was doing the coordinating?
That guy there.
Okay. I'm going to shoot him. And I'll burn an inspiration as well.
Okay. Have at it. Oh dear. That hit. Gah!
Good noises.
Stay where you are.
Thank you. Oh, nice idea. Fucking hell, we've been shot! Jeff, what's going on? And then what's it do? Let me see. Oh dear.
Charge!
Oh dear. You fucker! He says, and he targets Monin with a bow, which has got massive penalties to hit because he's behind a kind of serious amount of wall up there, and he lets fly with an arrow. Whoa, that was pretty close. It hit the palisade right near your shoulder there, Monin. Kind of your head jerks back as you see it out your peripheral vision, and it's like arrow just quivering in the wood, not inches from your face, but it missed completely.
So
Stop firing! He shouts. Yeah, so that is an attack. That does trigger your action.
Which one was it that fired?
The guy behind the tree there, he's really well hidden from you.
Well, if I can't see him, then I can't shoot him.
You can, if he's got good cover, 3/4 cover, so it's -5, similar to what Monin had. He's right behind the tree from where you are.
Ideally, I'd like to not try and shoot at him, so there's very little point. But I don't know. How does it work if I said that I'm going to shoot somebody attack? I guess I shoot him, don't I?
You can deliberately miss. You hit the tree. That's okay. I'll let you do that.
No, I don't. Yeah. I want to hit whoever I shoot at. I just don't want to try and shoot at somebody. I mean, like, for instance, if the guy behind the rock had fired, there's no point shooting at him. Yeah, okay, all right, I'll shoot at him. So I've got advantage to -5, basically.
Yeah, advantage -5. So this could be a good shot. Good luck.
Give me a shit shot.
This is Sigmar. It's going to be a double one.
-5.
No, he's turned a corner now. He's loading it up with sneak attack just in case.
He's targeting him.
Fierce shot. Okay. Don't target your opponent.
That's right. You get to roll an extra
I'll
dice.
roll the damage twice and keep the better result. Okay, so I'll untarget him. I'll roll to hit him.
Yeah, roll to hit him. That's fine. Yeah, armor class. Yes, that hit. So
right, so hit him. So I roll my damage twice and pick best.
Pick the best one. Okay, so one's 14, one's 15. I'm assuming you want the 15.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, why not?
So if you just drag that from the white 15 box with all dice in up to the Outlaw Archer vulnerable thing in the combat track, it will apply the damage to him. So just drag and drop it.
Not going to like that.
You fucking hell, it's him in the thigh!
Dwarven sorcery for you!
And he drops prone on the ground there. Fuck, this guy hit me in the leg! I didn't even see that coming!
I'll call out. You're surrounded! Surrender!
Oh, there's more of them! Jeff!
It's Jeff!
I want to catch a Jeff alive.
So he's dropped prone behind the tree there, Neil. This guy, swollen left leg, eyes look around. That arrow whistled dangerously past his head on its way to sticking his mate in the thighs. So he knows where you are now. Amalfrida,
you're surrounded. Surrender. Having your effect.
Give me Amalfrida. I'll come back to you in a sec. Give me an intimidation check. In the you can do it in the open. Fuck off! Amalfrida, your action.
I want to move as quickly and as quietly as I can to get round them.
Okay. Wow, Amalfrida is like cat-like. So they're all looking towards Monin up the tower, and at you, Sigmar, you use that chance to get easily behind that tree.
Okay.
But that's your full move. Okay.
Oh shit, 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 oh shit. Hathis isn't feeling confident. The guy that's behind the bush nearest to Sigmar, that's the one. Can I see him, or is he hidden? Or, in fact, can I see any of them?
Yeah, you watch them. You watch them because they didn't know you were here.
Yeah.
They definitely. So they were until Monin.
Mm-hmm.
And they were just walking up.
Yep.
So they've run for cover, but you know where he went, and he's kind of crouched down behind him. You can see like the bow above the bush and stuff. He's got some cover, but not great cover.
It's rash, but Hathis will bow at swollen left leg then.
Okay, penalty of -2 because he's got some partial cover there.
It's all about the psychology. So he will burn an inspiration.
Ooh.
Because I think we want the momentum of there's another attacker, and look, he's hit me too. This is all turning out bad for them, so we sort of break them, as it were. So that's what he's going to go for. So do I click on advantage and actions? Short.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
And a bit of fromage. Cool.
Nice.
Oh, that was quite good. I'll do that sound again. That was quite neat.
Oh.
Or even better, arrow in flesh.
And Hathis will shout, "Oh, that was horrible. Throw down your weapons."
Right. Ow. Okay, so Hathis hits. Give me an intimidate check, Hathis.
Oh, it's not his strongest suit.
And I want you to roleplay whatever. I wanted to roleplay that as your.
Throw down your weapons. Throw down your weapons.
Swollen left leg.
There will be consequences of the highest scary order. Soon,
Fuck!
if not earlier.
Jeff, it's your arm behind the bush. Listen.
He's been a very naughty boy.
Yeah, as you can tell, that actually probably
work.
bolstered them. That bolstered their morale. That did. Okay, all of them, as he finally counts down, 3, 2, 1. He just makes a run for it. So anyone who had a ready in action to bow, and I think you've all bowed now.
We've all shot.
Yeah, he just makes it into the house. That guy gets there. He hobbles his way across. He's not that badly injured, and kind of just goes around the corner there. No, fortunately, Amalfredi, you're suitably well hidden behind that tree, and you're crouched down. And he's mainly focused on the tower. He doesn't spot you, but they're all heading into the tower. Apart from vulnerable, selfish Gate, who is now vulnerable. I need to change that to vulnerable, really bad Gate. Okay, so he doesn't move. Sigmar, you're up.
Is vulnerable selfish Gate doing anything?
No, he's lying on the ground, thrashing around, going, "Ah, the fucking arrow in my thigh!"
All right, but he's not a threat, basically.
No, he's dropped. Well, you can see him like thrashing around on the ground in agony.
I'm gonna move and use my own bonus action to dash to there.
Okay.
Love it.
And then
see that is a boulder about waist high, a bit less than that, just like thigh high.
and then shoot swollen left leg.
Okay, good luck. Fuck, they're everywhere! We're under attack!
Nice.
Nice shot.
I take it the fact that the Monin's above him doesn't mean that I've got an ally adjacent to him.
It does not, you're correct.
7 damage.
Okay. Yeah, just drag it onto the one you were targeting, that's fine. Ah, fuck, it's hit me back!
Surrender!
Okay, give me a... Yeah, just at the moment, just make it a regular intimidation check.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, nice. Okay, so let's give these guys some morale checks. Okay, give me that. Give me that in role-playing terms, Neil. Sigmar, what does he say?
Surrender, you dogs, and we'll cut you all down. You want this to be your last day?
Fucking means business, Jeff.
Who is this Jeff guy? Probably the deity. Almighty Jeff, guide us.
If it's Jeff.
Okay, let's see what they all do. This is amazing. Sorry. This is Sigmar level of rolls here. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Right. So 1, I might as well show you these. 2, 3, 4.
Oh, wow.
So the guy here just fucking bandaged me, and he's look, I've got no weapons, and you see this like short bow get thrown out towards you. Jeff comes out the door and just throws his weapon on the ground. And the other one, Dan, who doesn't, swollen left leg. Swollen left leg runs around inside. It is his turn next, actually. So, whoops, doesn't run over there. He runs inside the keep. But these two guys come out and they throw their weapons down and say, "Stop fucking shooting! I'm like a pincushion." And they got their arms up and they threw their short bows down. Swollen left leg runs in. So Amalfredi, you can see he kind of starts heading that direction underneath, but you lose sight of him. But he's not gone up the ladder. Okay. And then Dan Draffy Sideburns has just got his arms up saying, "No, don't shoot, we surrender, just don't kill us." Monin, you're up.
Well, once they came running in, Monin will have to move to the trapdoor to see what's going on and see if he can see anybody down there. But I think he's probably noticed the other two coming out, throwing their weapons down, or hear them at least.
Yeah, so is he going out? Just move him where you want to move him. Is he kind of looking down through the trapdoor?
Yeah, there.
Is he staying on the upper level and looking down, or is he climbing down the ladder?
Well, he'd probably be open to attack if he's going to climb down the ladder, but he'll just point his bow down there and then try an intimidation of his own.
Okay, so yeah, you can't see because of the angle very much into kind of the southwest side of the area, and you kind of peer down best you can with your bow out, and you can't see whoever went inside, but you can see the two guys looking very scared outside with their bows on the floor.
Okay, so he probably won't know where that guy's gone then, so he'll keep the arrow pointed on them. It's on the two who are putting their weapons down.
Okay, no worries. I need to change that to Outlaw Jeff. Okay, so are you saying anything to them? Well, they know you're up there, I guess. So
Yeah, it looks like they've thrown their weapons down, aren't they? So they're probably in hand.
Jeff the coward. Okay. Abelfreda, you're up.
She'll just walk towards these two and just stand behind them.
Ah! Where'd she come from?
And Hathis will, with his bow covering these two, will walk up with his bow pointing at them, but he won't do anything offensive.
Okay.
He'll hold an action where if they do anything non-surrendering, so they suddenly grab their weapons or attack Amalfeed or something like that, he will attack, but other than that, he won't.
Yeah, they definitely don't look like they're doing anything threatening.
Good. Jeff! We know who he is now.
Oi! Come out of there! It's over. So Jeff's looking into the little watchtower. Don't be stupid! They'll kill you. Sigmar.
Well, I'm just going to, with my bow drawn, go over to the guy over here and get the knife face down and tie him up.
Oh, I'm careful on my leg! I got a fucking arrow in it. Look, that was you bastard.
Yep.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, so see what he does again. You hear a clattering of weapons hitting the ground, and then he comes out below you, and you're looking over, and you kind of see him walk below you, Monin, and then he just steps out through the door. And he's got no weapons. They've all got their hands up. Okay, I'm going to take it out of initiative. Well done, guys. You handled that pretty well without killing anyone, which is nice.
Yeah.
It's strange to have a combat with Monin doing next to nothing, not because, but normally it's Monin who wades in and slaying them left, right, and centre.
You got a new role of Monin as chief negotiator, which is perfect.
Chief distraction.
That was being decoy.
Okay, so you've got these four guys. I'll move them all around the campfire. I'll unlock the tokens. You can move yourselves. So you've got them trussed up.
Yep.
This looks like it's quite frequently used, that little camp area. You look around, there's nothing really in it of any interest in the tower, but you can see that there are like pallets on the floor inside the tower. It looks like people sleep in there sometimes, but this looks like where they eat. And they're looking very sullen and despondent. The one with the arrow in his leg is like really pale, and the one with two arrows in him is also pretty badly off. Hathis, you can kind of gauge that.
Yeah, I'll have a look at them, but I won't expend any resources on curing them at this stage because I don't think they're going to die. So,
okay, yeah, just sweating and he keeps looking down at his leg, and he's done an attempt to. You can do some bandaging if you want, like first aid type stuff.
Yes, happily to do that. Yeah.
All right, so
skills
it's a medicine check if you wanted to do that. So if you want to actually make a check to something like remove the arrow to make it more comfortable, that will be a check. If you're just bandaging around it, that won't.
I'll do whatever I think's best. I don't want to use up my, X times a day healing type capabilities, but something like taking the arrow out, if that makes medical sense, I'm happy to do that. Or bandaging it up, I'm happy to do that. But I just won't be using my daily healing on him at this stage.
Okay, get you. So, you wouldn't want to leave an arrow in. So, if you want to make a couple of checks for one for each thing, basically, if you fumble, you'll make it worse. If you won't, then it might be painful, but you probably get it.
It's just medicine, yeah.
Yeah, it's a medicine check.
So,
there's a bit of a slurping sound as it gets ripped out and some tearing noises, but you pull one out. Stay still, and he's like writhing around on the floor as you get the arrow out of his thigh.
Mm-hmm. Is another check as well, or is this the other guy?
Yeah, another one for the other guy, yeah.
Oh, that squelchy bit. You may need that.
Roll a d8.
Oh, piss. 4.
Half is the torture they call it. That's why we're on the run.
There's like, oh shit, there's like a bit of arterial spurting as you must nick something on the way up.
Do I think I ought to heal him now? As I don't want to kill the poor guy.
I'm not answering whether you think you ought to heal him.
It sounds like I ought to, really, and I feel a bit honor bound to now. So I'll quickly heal him. Use my hands of the healer. Actions. Is it actions? Hands of healer. Heal. Yeah. Okay. So do I need to target him? And if so, which unfortunate? That'll be swollen thingy, will it?
Yeah, the one that's deed.
How do I target him?
Control click.
And then I heal. Yeah. Okay. Whee. Can't see because of that. God, I nearly lost you there, mate. God, that was worse than I thought. That was a lot worse than I thought. Good job I was here.
roll a deception check.
Deception check. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah.
Lovely.
Oh, fucking hell, thanks. I thought I was a goner. I think I blacked out then. God, that hurt.
There's no charge this time, but ordinarily, you wouldn't believe the bill you'd be having.
the guy next to him is like mopping arterial blood off his face as you say that. All right, they're all alive. They're much more stable, and they're all trussed up, and they're all looking like grimly at you.
Tell us about Volter. King of what?
They all look at Jeff, and Jeff says, "Well, he's the king of the Wolfwoods. He's in charge of us lot."
What, 4 of yous?
4. We're a patrol.
So how many of you are there?
How many do you reckon? I don't know, Dave. 100? Maybe 50 warriors, 50 like women and children.
What's your point of being out here? Are you woodman?
He laughs. No, I'm from Dale, but had a bit of a run-in and decided to head west.
Hang on, you're outlaws?
Well, we seem more like what's the word? Freedom fighters. That's what we are. We're trying to keep the Western realms safe from the ravaging hordes out of the mountains, and Valtar's leading us to do glory doing that.
Does he sound like he believes that, or does it sound like it's absolute baloney for the tourists?
Give me an insight check.
Skills. Insight. In the tower or in the open?
No, I don't mind this kind of stuff in the open. It's like role-play flavour too. So Hathis, in fact, the Hathis and Monin, yeah, you think he's probably lying through his teeth.
Yeah.
They don't look like they're probably not fighting off ravaging goblin hordes, but they're definitely hiding from something in the woods as well. So
these guys are bandits, aren't they? Outlaws and bandits and ne'er-do-wells.
No, we just don't like them fancy city folks. We're like the country life now.
So you fellows pulled in recently a gentleman name of what's his name? We're after
Oderic.
Oderic, that's it. Is he come into your esteemed orbit?
Big lad, Bjorning, he is.
Dan Ruffy Sideburns looked up and goes, Bjorning, you say, yeah. Didn't like the other crew drag him back in like a few days ago. Some big Bjorning fella, quite a young lad.
Where would he be kept?
I think this is his wife here. Points to Amalfrida.
Amalfrida, how do you respond to that?
She says nothing and just stares back, I think. Not sure what she'd say, to be honest.
He ran off because of her baking skills. So the guy went, oh fuck, like a fucking one of them like leaned to the other, so fucking hatchet face like that. I can see where I ran off, and then then the other way, fucking hell, she's big leaf. Shut up. And then they say, well, I think Valward spoke to him. He's still around camp. He's kind of he could be useful. He's a big lad, a bit like you, love over there. Are you really his wife?
She doesn't say anything.
Doesn't like talking this one. But
right.
He had to leave under under bad circumstances, had to leave the woman here, and so we need to reunite her. So what's the likelihood of us getting in there, dropping her off, and getting back out?
Oh, you ain't getting in there. It's well defended. We could.
This Volder guy, is he going to let us get back out again or not? If we go in and hand her off, or is he likely to keep us?
No way. It'll all be done under his terms. You are way too much of a risk. You won't be walking in there easily.
Sigmar's going to lean in conspiratorial. Okay. Now, we gentlemen, agents of King Bard Dale, and being a king, he's got a lot of, coin. And he'd be very grateful, financially grateful, obviously, if you were to aid us in getting this fellow out. What do you say to that?
Give me a deception check. Add 2. Fucking hell! How much? His eyes light up. How much coins? But my name's Dave, by the way. So how much coin are we talking?
You could earn being a bandit in these woods.
Fucking hell, they say. What do you think? Fucking cool. Yeah. I don't like the fucking mud or the damp. Well, how much coin are we talking? Come on. Valter he'll butcher us if he finds out we've done a runner.
I don't know, what's a reasonable, slightly large reward? Say that.
So, probably a good earnings in a month would be like a gold piece. So, I'll give you a feel for it. Silver is the normal currency.
Well, let's say the pot is around 20 gold.
Fucking hell! There you go. Whoa. Well, what? Well, that's nice. And no two means about it. So, how do we get access to that then? What do we have to do?
Well, King Bard wants this Oderic fella alive, and we need your assistance to extract him. Information, otherwise.
All right. Well, it looks down at the 2 injured people. Jeff does, and he says, he's only got a superficial wound, which is tied up, which is okay. And he says, well, these guys can't go back in the can. Look at them. That'd be really obvious. I could, I suppose. And me and Dave here, we could go in. But what? He's guarded pretty well, though. Well, not guarded. He's got
Is he a prisoner? Is he not trusted, or?
Not kind of really a prisoner, but he's got he's kind of followed around to make sure he doesn't do anything stupid, because we don't really know him yet. And so the only person that seems to know this guy is Dave, who's seen him. So the others haven't really met him.
So you see your people. Does your Volter guy, does he ever let anybody leave, or is that it? If you ever get in that camp, that's it? You're part of his people?
Yeah, he never lets people leave. He treats them fairly. He's tough, but he's fair.
Right. Volter, does he have any enemies here? Does anybody else who challenges him?
No, look around each other. No, and that's a very honest reaction.
Right.
But we could. I don't know. We could show you where the camp is. It's well defended. It's got. I mean, we've been cutting down trees and we've been building. They found a couple of old stone buildings right in the middle of the woods. It could have been an old village or something at one point, but we built a big what's it called, palisade? Yeah, palisade around the edge. You ain't getting in there by force. You could hold King Dale's army off. King Bard's army.
We don't need to get in there by force, do we? But you find fellas to help us.
Yeah. So what? So if we go and basically lead you to the camp, you'll give us that 20 gold, and we run.
Well, not all of it. We need some of it.
Well, that's not going to get us the chap we want, is it?
The goal is for getting the chap out.
Yeah, we could probably find the camp on our own.
All right. So you want me to go and get? Well, I don't. Jeff's saying he's looking a bit skeptical, and he says, "Well, do you think we could we could see if we could do the guarding of Oderic one day?" And he says, "Well, yeah, let's try it." So David and Jeff say, "I'll tell you what, we'll go back in. May take a day or two, but we'll see if we can get on the roster, whatever he's got to check out that Oderic doesn't run off. And what we'll do is we can lead him. Tell you what, We'll lead them on a patrol back out of here. We'll say that these two fellas, I need to make us up some new names, Sam and someone come up with a name.
Chaz.
Chaz. It's not quite the same je ne sais quoi of Jeff.
What,
we have
Dave
got
Jeff?
we have got Chaz and Dave though, which is quite nice. Okay, I should be with a Z, I suppose. So Chaz and Sam can stay in the tower and like recuperate a bit, and we'll just say, look, we saw a couple of footprints. Could have been deer. They're going to do some hunting for a day or two, and then we can come up with some cock-a-ball story about getting Oderic out to show him the ropes, and we can maybe bring him out here in a couple of days. What do you think?
Sounds like a very good plan. You're a very clever gentleman.
Very resourceful.
Very soon to be
Just
very
remember-
rich.
Yes, but don't split the pot by telling others.
Oh, fucking hell, totally no one. So how much do we get now then? Oh, look at you expectantly.
You don't want to turn up with loads of money and start splashing it around. You're going to be very suspicious.
Oh, they wouldn't.
Oh no, I won't be splashing around. It's just like a show of faith. No, a show of good faith. That's what we need.
Well, we don't have the reward.
Yeah, he doesn't just give us the coin. Wouldn't do that at all.
Oh, give us some of it. They're
Yeah,
going to be
the reward-
crestfallen. Well, like, how about like a gold piece each now, and then like and the other like 12 later? No, that's not right, mate. I know the other 16 later.
We'll never see you again. And you've done absolutely nothing.
We don't have it. Skinguard's got the reward.
Well, how are we going to get it then?
We're going to bring Oderic in, and you're going to be richly rewarded, and you're going to be set up for life.
I don't think you want to live in the woods anymore. We'll take you with us. You'll be known people. You'll be named men.
Oh, I quite like the sound of that.
Redemption. Full pardon. Everything.
They appear to completely not give a shit about redemption.
I can't seriously think that we would be carrying the reward around with us.
So give me a persuasion check finally to see if you can convince them to go, Sigma. And if you, I guess you're all helping, so make that an advantage.
I'm terrible at persuasion. I'm good at deception.
Well, you're not lying. You are actually trying. Yeah, you were lying, but you are actually trying to persuade him to go without paying them at the moment. So just truthful.
Persuasion.
Yeah, it's a bit meh, but all right, we'll do it. But no funny business with Sam and Chaz here. All right,
We won't eat them.
that's good. So when do we go? We should be probably going back now. It's probably late afternoon, early evening. So it's dusk is coming down. It's cool and cooling. Fire would be nice. The two are looking pretty miserable with arrows just cut out of them.
Expertly removed, John.
Oh, they were. It's fine work, obviously.
Thank you. Some of my best.
If Oderic gives you any trouble, just tell him that the last there, Brunhild, is waiting for him.
All right, Brunhilde. Sorry, love, I didn't mean to say anything rude about to you. She looks over at Amalfrida.
Only
All right.
if he gives you trouble and tries to break free or something.
Yeah, I mean, we're capable men.
Absolutely.
Belying the realities of what just happened. All right, done. We'll be back here in like maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after, depending on when we can get like Oderic out. You're obviously relying on them to be able to convince Valter of the plan, so just flag that for you. But that's what they say.
Yeah, well, so we've either just tipped our hand and given the game away and put the camp on alert, or fished him out. We'll see.
It might be worthwhile just putting a quite far picket out, or even trying to keep an eye on the place itself, just in case they leave with 40 warriors.
Sigmar's class thing. He's an agent where he's supposed to spy on people, so he could follow them and spy on the camp from a distance.
Just might be
Sounds
a
like
bit
a
more
plan.
prudent. Meanwhile, you're welcome to stay in my tower.
That's what I plan to do, if that's okay. Fine looking tower it is too.
Comfort tower.
Okay, so are you gonna sneak with them, or are you going to sneak without Dave and Jeff knowing? I'm guessing the latter.
Yeah, as far as they're concerned, I'm just leaving the tower.
All right. Okay, so they start heading off, and you give them 2 or 3 minutes head start. So what I'll do is just split this into 2 bits. I'll do your element first, Neil, into the breakout audio channel.
So we're going to get double crossed, do you think?
Well, trying to make precautions at least. But I don't know, if you're in their shoes, depends, would you trust people who just come out of the blue, shot you, then offered you a phantom amount of money?
But all they've got to lose is they could, if they lose Oderic, they can just say he ran away and they pocket the cash.
Yeah, I'm glad we didn't give him any coin.
That's silly. It went better than I thought it was going to go, actually. I thought, in a pickle there.
Well, the tower thing, it's a strange, almost standoff. I was like, do we need to attack them? Should we not attack them?
I thought there were going to be more. I thought the initial 3 or 4 would be joined quite quickly by more. So I thought it was going to just escalate in.
No, you can always run away. You sit in my tower.
It's my tower now.
Amalfrida's very mobile.
Well, she's not wearing any heavy armor, is she? She's not wearing any armor at all, so that helps.
Because I think if that had gone on any further, it would have been a nice little spin all the way around and splat.
That was the plan.
It's nice to get Sigmar involved a bit as well.
Yeah. Of course, this is what next thing, any interaction with Sigmar is going to be him running out of the woods going, "Run for your life!"
That's fine. He's giving us some warning. I love the way our cover story and our plan just went right out of the window.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
I'm working for King Dale and we've got lots of money. That wasn't the plan.
This is the wife. Hang on, the wife and King Bard.
Hey guys, so you don't even really see Sigmar sneak off. He just kind of ghosts away from you. And what do you want to do? You're back at your back. You've got an empty fire pit. You've got a couple of guards now. I'll move the other guys off. Dave.
I think we should. Yeah, I think we should get into or under the watchtower. Not light a fire. Not make a big presence. Not get spotted. Just stay hidden.
All right.
Yeah, can we fix some kind of trapdoor onto it?
Do you any of you have kind of I don't know, woodworking type skills or that kind of thing?
Heavens no.
Not really. Wouldn't have thought so.
No.
Okay, so the best you might be able to do would be basically put some biggish branches over there to stop people coming up. You should need to lift on and off. They're not going to be a great job. You could kind of lash them together crudely, try and tie them to the balustrade, but that's going to obscure you getting in.
You said there were pallets, didn't you? Didn't you say there were pallets?
Pallets on the floor, yeah. You could
potentially use one up. If we hauled one up the outside with ropes and then just put it over the opening from above.
Yeah, get a couple of rocks up there.
That would work, yeah.
Yeah, slightly better than branches.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Though I suppose if it comes down to it, if he comes back saying "run for your lives," we're not going to stick around for long.
No.
So we're not leaving.
Lock yourself in on top of the tower.
Complicated lock.
Yeah, it's just
all right.
Case.
So you got the bandits in there. You've got a crude sort of trapdoor fashioned out of an old.
You still there, John? I've lost John.
Hey guys, can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're quite echoey, but yes.
Yeah, sorry, I'm using my Logitech thing now. I think my headset may be flat, but it's strange because it was very charged. Sorry about that. Best I can do at the moment. I don't have any other headset. So where were we? You got the guys inside. You put a trapdoor on the roof. So he's just making like normal camp preparations, but to basically camp in the tower.
Yeah.
Keep out of sight rather than out in the open. I think we should definitely keep a round-the-clock watch.
Yeah.
So, Amalfrida, during your watch, you actually, Sigmar, give me a stealth check. Amalfrida, give me a perception check.
I think I see what's happening here.
Okay, so Amalfrida, you're on guard duty, top of the tower, and you see a glint of metal, which then quickly turns into Sigmar creeping back into the camp. You kind of see him when he's about there, and he's very quickly comes back up towards the tower. So you're on the tower now, Amalfrida. Just move these guys. They're camping basically down below.
Okay.
You're just on lookout, and the other guys are down below.
Okay.
So you just see Sigmar come sort of trotting up. We're padding pretty quietly, but you had either very lucky or very skillful look at some glinting metal in the moonlight.
Right. Okay. I'll continue my watch.
Okay, Sigmar, you can see there's signs of a dying embers in the fire pit, which had a kind of cauldron sitting above it. Looks like there may have been some like congealing stew in there if you're interested. And it looks like you haven't seen anyone on guard. You're assuming they are. You can hear sounds of a dwarf sawing logs or snoring inside the tower.
Too close for comfort.
Hello, Sigmar.
Come on up. We're up here.
Oh, you guys, are you all upstairs? Okay, sorry, I thought you that's under the elements upstairs, guys.
Well, I thought we could either be under the watchtower. Didn't you say it's kind of slatted so we could be in the base of the watchtower? Isn't out in the open, is it?
No.
Yeah, in the base of the watchtower would be good if there's a roof over his head.
Yeah, and can't be seen out in the open.
Yeah, so that's where I thought you were, rather than on the top. So the only person on top at the moment then is Amalfrida, just keeping watch.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so Sigmar comes up to the door and
Gives a secret knock.
wakes you up by kicking you in the ribs, and you all wake up. So over to you guys.
You're back, Sigmar.
Yes. That's quite a place they've got there.
Impressive or?
Oh, extremely impressive. That's no bandit camp. That's a fortress. There's at least 100 people there. Families, defences, towers, catapults.
Right, so we attack at dawn. Monin, you're the first wave.
Time to die.
Wow, okay, so impressive, proper bandit fortress. Do we think the bandit's still Sigma? Do we think it's more to it than this?
Stop being a bandit and start becoming your own tribe.
When you don't have to hide in the trees and can kill anyone.
Well, who is this? The area of land that they're in, John? Who is it claimed by?
So this is probably still on the edges of Bjorning's territory, but just on the real periphery. And it gets hazier. So if you look on the background, and if you kind of look on the background map, so I don't need to share it to you, but you look as you go past the Gladden Fields and towards Dimraldale, no one really claims that too much. So the other side of the field, the other side of the Gladden Fields, sorry,
Right.
the West Nether Vales, until you get closer to Lorien. And obviously you've heard that there may be elves there. None of you have really seen many elves to know that. But essentially the further south you get, the more emphasis or more influence there is on things coming out of Mirkwood, definitely on the east side of the river. So where you are, it's probably Bjorn who would come as far south, maybe monthly, maybe less frequently than that, and have folk coming down around here just to check it out. But you didn't see much more than just farming settlements here.
Right.
Other than that.
Well, Sigmar, did you watch? You see what happened? Did they went in okay? Then are they on their way back?
Well, they said they'd be back in a few days. I only watched an hour or so. I just wanted to see what's going on with the place, get an idea of what it is that we'll be facing if they fail.
That's my problem. We need some eyes on there in case coming out those gates is 40 warriors.
Well, unfortunately, the size of the wall they've got around that place, you can't see in. Even if you're up a tree. Like I said, it's a fortress.
Yeah, it is. It looks very militaristic. It's Sigmar described almost like the trees that haven't been just burnt. They've been sharpened and used to make palisades. It's like a walled encampment with thick tree trunks for the walls.
Can we see it at all from the top of the watchtower?
No, it's too far away for that.
But we know what direction to look in. So if they
Sigmar could track back there.
If they came riding out, that's the direction to look to keep a definite eye on.
Oh, you'd have a warning unless it's a wood you're in. If there was like in numbers, you'd have a better warning because they'd probably make a lot of noise. But if they send out small patrols like that 4-person group, knowing what they're looking for would be much harder.
Yep, understood.
Basically, I can give you enough detail about their appearance, gear, and tactics that if you basically get an advantage of checks to obtain more information about them. I'm not quite sure that's actually going to be any use.
So at the moment, you wouldn't. So Sigmar was not able to get inside.
Mm-hmm.
You just saw it from the outside. So that would probably require some real deception to pose as a bandit or something along those lines if you're going to do that.
No, thank you. He's Sigmar the Deceiver, Sigmar the Trickster, not Sigmar the Suicidal Idiot.
So it's a pretty impressive setup they've got. A loose collection of outlaws in a wood or in a forest.
Yeah, it does not look like a loose collection of outlaws at all.
Correct.
Well, unless they're finding somebody particularly well stocked to rob, then they must be feeding themselves in some other manner. Like I said, it's not. I don't think they're bandits anymore. They are the authority of the area.
And imagine how some settlements might get started. Might be that way. I say we cause them as little harm as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Get our man, get out of here, and then pass the messages on.
Absolutely. And if we can talk to these chaps, who have we got? Is it Chaz and Dave we've got, or Jeff and Pete, or whatever? So maybe chat to the 2 guys we've got and try and find out some.
You got Sam and Chaz.
That was it. Sam and Chaz.
I'm assuming this discussion is out of earshot.
Yeah. Well, I'm assuming that too. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Just so we're clear, there is no reward, as far as I'm aware. And even if there is, they're not having it.
No, that might be a difficult conversation.
And it was from you've just committed King Bar to give up 20 gold pieces. Nothing to do with him this far west.
Surely Bjorn, though, needs to know that there's a sizable army camped on his border.
Yeah, this is a threat. And if what these guys are saying is true, and they're claiming that he's the self-professed king, then yeah, he may have some evil intent towards them.
And Oderic is inside that camp. Is he a prisoner or is he one of their warriors now?
You didn't
find that out.
It's hard to tell. So at the moment, all you gathered really is that he is still almost like mentored. He's not left to his own devices, so he's probably slightly better than prisoner, but probably not given full reign of the area.
If these 2 come back with Oderic isn't necessarily going to want to come peacefully with us up to Bjorn and Justice. So yeah, it might all turn a bit nasty.
So the only chance we've really got of getting Oderic is to ambush him when he comes outside.
Aye.
I mean, so your plan was they can literally kind of lead him back, Oderic back here.
Mm-hmm.
That would be ideal. If that doesn't happen, you're going to need a plan B. I mean, that would be the safest, and they deceive the king.
Yeah.
As king, all that kind of stuff. If that doesn't work, then it's going to be you need a kind of plan B for that.
Yeah, the way I understand it is that these 2 who have duped are going to come back thinking that they're going to
get some lovely lolly,
ambush him with us. So whatever group they're in, there's going to be at least 2 on our side. That sound sensible?
Yeah.
Is it worth somebody trying to just negotiate with this leader and say, look, you're harbouring a murderer who's wanted by Bjorn and his folk. If you hand him over, this could pave the way to some sort of relationship. And if you don't, then very sadly, Bjorn might take ill to you camped with an army on his border. I don't think we could spend weeks waiting for Oderic to leave to try and ambush him.
No, I think it's 1 or 2 days, and if it doesn't happen within the sort of 1 or 2 days time frame, then the deal's off.
Yeah. So do you want to wait for a couple of days, see if he comes out, and if not, go back to Bjorn, tell him what's happened, and suggest some sort of negotiation for the return of a murderer?
Yeah.
Bjorn wants him. Bjorn needs to know about this fortress come emerging state in his border.
Yeah, think about it. If you think about his priorities, he'd rather know about the fortress than where some murderer is.
Yeah, especially if Oderic isn't going anywhere. We've tracked him down. We know where he is.
All right. Well, I'll give you a long rest. You settle down again. You go through the watch, and you get up in the morning pretty well rested. The two guys are feeling a bit better, a bit more life in their cheeks. They're hobbling around a bit more than they were, and they're actually kind of don't really do a lot. They drink some water, have some stew that's warm up. They kind of go over by the fire and prod that a bit as the day goes on. They're kind of enjoying not actually having to do much at the moment. Do you want to do anything all day or just wait and hope?
I think, to be honest, we're waiting and hoping that Oderic comes out.
So you're going to spend the day... Yeah, so Sigmar, it's around about 2 to 3 hours from here, the camp. So this looks... it's not that close. It's like probably 5 miles away. Position yourselves. I'll say you basically spend the day. I'll unhide the entire map. So position yourselves anywhere on there you want.
How about one of us in the tower, maybe Sigmar, because he's a shooter, so he can see what's coming. The rest of you sort of closer to the direction they're coming from, so that you can do the ambush with Sigmar's archery help. And if he sees that it's something else coming, he can call out to you and we can all leg it.
Yeah, okay, or some kind of signal.
Yeah, happy with that. Maybe some kind of silent signal of waving a handkerchief or waving an owl.
Well, I bought a mirror for this exact reason, but I don't know how sunny it is.
What are you saying to Sam and his buddy, Chaz?
They're aware of the discussion, aren't they?
We could tell them to stay there.
Yeah.
I guess you can tell them the truth that we're not...
Yeah.
We're slightly concerned that we may get double-crossed, so we're going to stay here for the time being.
Yeah,
so
another patrol turns up.
Middle of the gorse bush. Everyone's heading into that. That makes sense.
Yeah. Nobody expect the gorse bush surprise.
Sigmar, you're staying on the tower, yeah, just as a...
Yeah, how far is that?
There's 165 feet to Huan from where you are. Anything around where they are, Neil, is at disadvantage. Anything over about an 80-foot radius, which is... we draw that on, will be at disadvantage.
Well, I'm just thinking that if I can see the troll coming from further away, and as soon as I can see the right people, then I can
dash.
Okay.
John, how sunny is it? Could a signal mirror be used?
Actually,
I know you love your weather app.
I've actually got a weather tracker. Let me roll VP. I hardly ever use that. That's very exciting. The Wolfswood, there we go. It is next day, 17th. It's the 18th today. It's generating tomorrow's weather.
Hurricane.
Oh, lovely. It's a bit of light sleet, damn cold, around -3 to like 10 Celsius, -3 at night, and a nice bit of sleet coming down. So it's just a grey, murky day.
Well, I'm glad I asked that question.
Was that, does that help?
I'll just keep my mirror, I think.
Yeah.
I could probably share that with you, maybe. I'm not sure if I can.
No, you're fine.
No, don't.
You're good, John.
71 to 90% humidity and a 13-mile-an-hour wind coming from the northwest, if you want to know, gusting to 26.
No, we don't. So we are in a gorse bush in sleet.
Yeah, it's not going to be a nice day, is it, boys?
Dogger bank, steady, advancing.
Slowly.
We've just had the shipping forecast. I'm going for a cup of tea and a pipe.
Sunrise at 5:35 a.m., sunset at 6:25.
Too much.
Are you saying that this is a little too much detail and unnecessary detail in role-playing game?
I want the action to happen.
When the role master expert tells you too much detail.
Okay, so nothing happens in the day. I'll fast forward to the evening. So no patrols come by. You are not ambushed by anything. The two guys cook up a fairly poor, thin, gruely stew. seems to be made of like leaves and moss, and you like fairly miserably congregate back around the fire again in the evening.
It's the same thing next day then.
Yeah. So if you could generate the weather now, John, for tomorrow.
Next day, same as today.
Oh, okay.
Stronger winds, less sleet, and you hear probably late afternoon the sound of footsteps. Yeah, so you see up here your old mates coming back with
They've done the business.
a guy, a young Bjorning behind him. And they're kind of walking, looks like they're making some deliberate efforts not to be too stealthy. And they're coming back from the northwest into your area.
Bloody hell.
Well.
The carrier moving up. Are you doing anything? They're kind of walking around the side of that tree. Young Bjorning's with them.
Should we emerge with our bows drawn and...
Not yet.
No, I think we should let them get closer to the tower.
Okay.
That was genuinely hilarious, guys. So I just went, what sort of skills would they need to pass to be able to kind of pull this off? And it was deception, which one of them absolutely aced. And the other one was survive an intimidation check from Valter. But they both did that.
Excellent.
I was like, okay, that worked well. Nice plan. So yeah, they're kind of walking through, go past the fallen tree, and they hail their buddies, and they go all the way into camp.
Right, as soon as they get to that camp, John, I want to step out of the woods.
Okay. Yeah, you can move yourselves now.
But I want to come out this way, and I'm suggesting Monin goes straight towards the tower, so that if they decide to run for it, or if Oderic decides to run for it, I can cut him off.
Yep, nice idea.
Yeah, so if he heads
Hathis is heading south with the dog, and Monin, where are you going?
Just there.
Perfect. Okay. Sigmar, you can see them. You're pretty bored in the sleet on top of your tower, and it's cold. I mean, you're chattering type cold. It's not very nice. These guys actually aren't. They're in the tower, those two guys. They're out of the rain. And they hail when they get to the edge of the campsite. Jeff says, hello, the camp. So let me just describe Oderic to you a little bit. So this is what Oderic looks like.
Okay.
So he looks like a fit, young, healthy Bjorning lad. He's pretty well kitted out. He's obviously very trusting of these guys. He's with them. He feels quite kind of proud to be probably on a patrol on his own with them. What are the rest of you doing? So you heading back in now? I mean, they've just hailed you. They haven't had a response yet.
Sigmar's crouching down, trying to stay as unseen as possible with bow trained on them.
All right, so Chaz limps out, Sam follows in. Oh, guys. God, you must be cold. Come on in. What did Aunt Valter say? No, it was a pushover.
Well, I think we need to take a bit of control.
Get a bit closer if we can.
Okay, guys, we're going to just move to where you are. If you're not making any effort, you guys... So it looks like Amalfrida is trying to...
I'm not being stealthy. I'm just moving around. That's all.
Oh, you're just moving around. That's fine. Then.
Yeah.
Okay, they look around and they notice you and, oh, there you are. Well, let's get out of the cold. So you're basically actually all in the tower out of the wind and rain, but I'll just put you around. So stick yourselves around the fire pit now. Oderic strikes you as being pretty nervous, and he looks over and says, so where's Brunhilde? And he looks at Amalfrida and says, where's Brunhilde? Do you know her?
I say,
all the bandits look a bit confused at that.
I'll just step up to him and say, you need to return to Bjorn.
His eyes go really wide and he leaps back and say, what the fuck is this? Everyone roll initiative just so you can react in time.
Oh, piss.
You mean, oh, piss, you've got to act first.
Yes.
Hathis' knees don't give out and he gets the jump.
The game's up, Oderic. It's time to return to your people and face Bjorn and tell him what happened. And Hathis isn't moving, and he's definitely not making sudden movements to weapons or anything like that. He's kind of hoping that numbers and situation will dawn on Oderic, but he doesn't think it will.
Whoa, hang on. And he's kind of looking at you, Hathis, as like a bit of a father figure.
Good.
And he says, "Whoa, everyone calm down. Why have you brought me here? And he turns around, he's kind of a little bit even taller than you, Amalfrida, and he says, "You mentioned Brunhilde. How do you know her?"
I'll just say I don't.
How do you know her name then?
No
Do we have to
one
talk
answers.
in turn, or can we all?
No. So he just wanted to see if you did anything like stabbing him or anything. It doesn't look like you.
No.
So yeah, you can all talk. That's okay. So what are you all doing here? You're not part of Valor's crew, are you?
I'll shake my head. and
No,
say,
we're not.
No.
We've just come from Stony Ford. We sent to track you, bring you back.
So that's where you met Brunhilde. What were you doing
Yes.
there?
We were tracking you. We tracked you from where the orcs jumped you. We spoke to the farmer who said you were an old man, but slightly knocked out of kilter by events. We
Now,
went to
why are you following me?
Because you
Because-
killed Rathvik.
No, we're following you because you were being taken to Bjorn, and the orcs interceded and interrupted that plan. But still, Bjorn himself says he must see you to find out what happened, and he will not be denied.
So he's looking really nervous, but he looks around, he sees he's outnumbered, and he says, I had nothing to do with that. That was just orcs. I was
Absolutely.
lucky to survive.
Yes, absolutely. We understand that. The loss of insert name of person whose name I've forgotten in the intervening 4 weeks was a great loss to your people. And we understand you were just a bystander in that and you escaped and killed orcs. But still, what happened with Rathvik must be explained to Bjorn.
I can't go to Bjorn. Just leave me be. I'm not going to go anywhere near it. Stony Foot again.
I don't think you will. But that's irrelevant. You killed a man, and you must pay for your crime.
That was an accident. That wasn't murder.
I
He came at me.
tell that to Bjorn. We're not your judge or
No.
jury. We're just going
No,
to take you back.
We're not here to judge.
We bear you no ill will. We're just going to take you back, unless of course you want to resist. And obviously it's a small, just to making sure keeping these the other outlaws on board here. There was a small matter of a very sizable reward put up by a very well-known person, which we'll keep quiet from you at the moment. And he winks at Jeff.
Jeff nods. Bjorn will just kill me.
No, he is wiser than that. I don't think that is in his nature. I think he will listen to you and he will understand what happened.
Well, why should I go back?
Because
That's too much risk.
it's Bjorn's will, and he has sent us to complete the task that, insert name of dead, Bjorning was undertaking.
I think as well you might have value to him now. You know a few things about this place.
What do you mean?
Well, the fortress you came from.
Make an insight check, Monin.
Yeah, I just want to make sure he's keeping an eye on the outlaws as well, just to make sure there's not any change in demeanour.
Okay. Yeah, just give me an insight check when you're kind of looking at his behaviour when you had said that. Yeah, there was a flicker that goes across his face, but you couldn't read it when you start talking about the useful information potentially for Bjorn about the bandits.
How do the other bandits take that?
Didn't even register it, as in they're fully not thinking of themselves as bandits at the moment, but relatively wealthy people who are going to be well away from banditdom fairly soon.
Sigmar's going to poke his head over the thing. Say, you'll get a fair hearing, young man. Isn't that better than living life as a bandit?
He sighs and he kind of, it's a bit like a slightly more than a petulant teenager of like 16, 17, but he's a bit older than that, but it's kind of...
It's so unfair.
I know I should, but I've got freedom in the camp and I can do kind of things on my own.
Aye, but you'll never see Brunhilde again, whereas this is a chance at a life with her.
Every one of you hears a twig crack coming from probably 100 feet or so that way. So Sigmar, you're the only person, but give me a perception check in the tower. Give me another one.
Was that Hathor's trying an intimidation?
What, a squeaky noise? No.
Yeah.
It's a giant mouse.
Yeah, you thought you may have seen movement in the trees up there, but it's gone. And you looked again.
Who heard the twig crack? All of us.
Yeah, all of you did.
Monin's going to have a look at Jeff and see what Jeff's done when he's heard it.
Jeff didn't hear. Okay,
Jeff, there's
Neil,
somebody.
give me another roll. Neil, sorry, Sigmar.
Another perception.
Another perception roll, yeah. Oh, sorry, but who else put that in?
That was me.
Sorry, yeah, you can give me another roll. Sorry, Stuart.
Cool, that'll do.
Just jump into the other, because at the moment the only person knows, so Stuart, just jump into breakout audio.
Run away!
It was going too well, wasn't it?
I thought it was going very swimmingly, yeah, damn it.
I don't want it all to kick off. We've got
Hopefully they'll fight on our side.
against who?
I don't know, but these four bandits think that they're on our side and they've captured a valuable prisoner.
Yes,
The guy sounds like he kind of half wants to go back anyway.
yes. I think we've got the right angle. That we're not his judge and jury. He can't run forever, and it's better life being back with his people than being a bandit.
Yeah, and he loves Brunhilde, so we can try and push that.
But Brunhilde's his half.
His half
not
sister,
just-
but a lot of the rumours say there's a bit of an unhealthy.
Yeah.
So none of the bandits around heard anything. They don't seem to share any of your concern.
Sigmar did just hiss, "Who've you led here?"
So yeah, they look at each other and go, "We didn't," and they kind of put their hands up. They look kind of shocked at that.
So can I try an intimidation on Jeff, saying, "Have you fucking betrayed us?" And that using my Warhammer, which gives me an advantage.
You can indeed, and you look fairly scary. They kind of start backing off. Whoa! We didn't do nothing. It was pretty easy. We just convinced him and Val let us go, and we said we're going to come back to finish off the rest of the patrol, and we just left Sam and Chaz up here, and that was it. We didn't need anyone here.
There's someone out there.
So Amalfrida, yeah, I mean, you have some awareness if you want to share.
Amalfrida will just step out to this place and call out, "You can come out. I've seen you."
Okay.
And she'll look directly at where she saw the soul warrior.
You see fleeting movement, Amalfrida, and then all of you see a guy just pegging it towards the northwest from behind that tree. And he gets to there, and you pretty much all see him.
I can't see.
Is he running towards us or away?
He's running away. He's there.
11 o'clock.
10, 11 o'clock from the camp. Quite a long way out.
I'm going to take a shot.
So everyone roll initiative because you're in a combat situation.
Oh, bloody hell.
Okay, so he literally starts running when he gets to there, triggered by Amalfrida. He's looking like he's heading for the hills. Hathis, you get whacked first.
Hathis will turn to Dave and say, "Who's he? Is he one of you?"
Dave's looking around and going, "Fuck, where did he come from?"
Who is he?
He's looking over and says, "Don't know, isn't he one of... It's Farron."
That's all Hathis is doing, because he's not one to start bowing someone from range. That's a bit too murder hobo for him. So that's all Hathis is going to do for now.
So what's the thing if it's beyond my 80-foot thing?
It's a disadvantage, yeah.
Then I'll use an inspiration to
Negate.
make it not...
Okay, just target that normally then, yeah.
Oh, nice.
God,
Nice shooting
beautiful,
wedge.
critical.
Holy crap. Okay, Neil, just describe that. That is, I don't know how that shot is. That's a 185-foot short bow.
Yeah, I don't know. I just
That's
get
going to
powered
knock
by
him off
anger.
his feet. That's going to knock him off his
Everything's ready
feet.
to go.
Okay, let's see what damage it does. You roll twice now, don't you, say?
Yeah, as well. Yeah, so I think, and yeah. So I can roll twice and pick the best. So I guess I rolled total damage twice. So 1 and a 3, or
It's
a 5 and a
So the first dice are all maxed on criticals. So
Are they? Oh, okay.
that's a 6 and a 3 and a 6 and a 5. So a 6 and a 5 look good. So if you drag both those 5s to him, you don't get the +3 for both, do you? It should be 11 plus 3, not 11 plus 6, or is it 11 plus 6?
No, criticals you just double your damage, don't you? I thought.
I think you're right, actually, yeah. So 11 plus 6. So if
No,
you drag those both to him, and then I will apply.
A critical, you just roll your damage twice, don't you? You don't double it.
And you add once. You roll it twice, the variable bit twice, and then you add on.
Yeah, so I just take 3
at the
off.
end. I think it's 2d6.
Over, and in fact, I'll take 2 off because you had one of those should be a 6.
Is there any sneak
you
attack
double
on
your
that?
bonuses as well, I think.
No, I don't think so.
No, there's no doubling. You roll your damage twice,
Oh,
and then
okay.
you add your bonus.
Yeah.
What about sneak attack?
No, I don't think it's sneak
No, it's
attack.
not a sneak attack because he was aware of you. He was definitely aware of you. He was creeping up on you, trying to overhear what was going on. So, yeah, just drag both of those to him. I will take 2 points off because it should be 11 plus 3, should be 14.
Pretty impressive.
Okay. Wow, what a shot. Anything else you're doing? You shouted at him and then hit him in the back with very long range.
How high up am I?
About 20 feet up.
So am I low enough to be able to lower myself down? Or I don't come down there?
You would need to make an acrobatics check to avoid taking damage because you'd still be about 10 or 12 feet off the floor.
I'll just come down the ladder then. Basically, how far can I move from where I am? If I'm up at the moment, to go across the hatch, down the steps, and then out.
So across the hatch and down, I'd say that's 30 foot to get into the basement of the tower. And I think you've got like a bonus action as a...
Yeah.
So you can move
Okay, so
another...
if I come down to there, then I can go 30 feet from there. Is that about right?
Yeah, that's about right.
After him!
Okay, next up is Monin the Sprinter. What's he doing?
Well, unfortunately, because Monin doesn't have his bow out, he's got a warhammer and shield. He just sort of does a quick glance over his shoulder and sees the guy pegging it away 145 feet from him. And he just goes, Balak, I'm not going after him. And just keeps his eye on Oderic and says, just stay there, lad. It doesn't concern you. These boys will chase him down. You stay where you are. If you move, I'm afraid I'll go not too well for you. Using Intimidate again.
Okay, give me an Intimidate check. Wow, okay, he says, all right. Fuck us. You won't catch Farron, he says. Anything else you want to do? He's not running. At least Oderic's staying put.
Yeah, he'll just keep an eye on him then.
Okay.
Oh, he actually agrees with him. Oh, I'll never catch that wee one.
Jeff, he kind of jumps back and goes, fuck, that's Farron. The other guys go, shit, fuck, get him. Then, whoever this guy is, he runs towards this bush there, leaps, you hear a rustling, he doesn't pop up the other side, and you lose sight of him. Amalfrida.
I'll come back and say, let's get out of here.
Yeah. We're 5 miles from camp, aren't we?
Yeah, you're 5 miles away. Yeah, absolutely. It's that kind of distance. So if you're planning, you're all okay to do that? You're not going to try and... You've got 5 miles to track him down. You might be able to track... If you're going to... Just let me know. If you can do that, I'll either look up, devise some, chase rules. But if you want to...
He's going to go 5 miles to get help. Yeah. Prudent.
Or escape, yeah. He's looking to just get away from you at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
So why is it so bad it's Farron? Who's Farron? I'll ask that of Dave and Jeff.
Oh, he's the tracker. He's a tracker, the trapper. He's the best... In fact, the only really good wilderness expert we've got.
Oh, okay.
No wonder we didn't fucking see him. He must have been creepy. Shit, what were we talking about? So Jeff and Dave sound a bit anxious that Farron may have overheard.
And that's where we'll leave this episode today. Thank you very much for listening or watching. Thank you very much for subscribing or following. Appreciate it. Coming up to Christmas, so there might be some delays, interruptions in getting these episodes out, but they will come out. Take care. Catch you next time. Cheers.